Hey guys, Jacob Renfro here, back with a video. It's a weird video. It is an opening, and I know the focus thing's weird. I don't know how to deal with that, but it's the webcam camera thing I use. And actually, if I flip it upside down, it ain't so bad usually. See, not so bad. Well, my sister gave me a few cards. I don't know what they are at all. But they are in this envelope. I don't know how protected they are. So let's look through these cards. Let's see here. Oh, okay. XYZ Dragon Cannon, Y Dragon Head, X Cannon, X Head Cannon, Z Metal Tank, and then Polymerization. You know. Am I going to be able to get all those in frame? I actually doubt it, but actually, yeah. Okay. These 5 cards. That's actually kind of cool. This used to be one of my favorite fusions besides the Blue Eyes Ultimate. Well, it's actually pretty cool. But since this was a short video and all, I guess I'll show you all my deck profile for my Dark Magician deck again. Hey guys, I'm going to also be going over my deck profile. These are the cards that we went over on earlier on in the video, which you all just saw. Well, we're going to go over my deck profile for my Dark Magician deck. Of course, play 3 Dark Magicians. I know y'all can't even hardly see that. Wish the glare in my room wasn't so bad. And, well, basically that's the main structure of this deck. And next, believe it or not, I know this is Dark Magician deck, but I had to put the Blue Eyes White Dragon in there. Blue Eyes White Dragon is just my favorite card out of every single card out there. Always has been, always will be. Actually, it was kind of my favorite before I watched the show, even. So I mean, like, you can't really say it's because I like the character or anything. So. No. And then, let's see. I don't know if I have copies of some of these cards because I haven't used this deck in a while. Run in 1, 2, 3 skilled Dark Magicians. So whenever I have 3 spells on the field, whenever I activate 3 spells, it will allow me to bring a Dark Magician to the field. I think from the deck, hand, or graveyard. I play a Kuriboh. It's just a good idea to have him there because it keeps from having any damage before or hand. So, Magician's Valkyria. Basically, it keeps my Magician safe. Any of my spellcasters. And then an Absolute Crusader, which basically is another protection thing. Whoa. Then, of course, I have a Dark Magician girl. I probably have two in here. Let me check real quick. No, I just had the one. But basically, if my Dark Magicians go to the graveyard and I can somehow bring this one out, yeah, that will be helpful. Marshmallow, it does damage whenever it's flipped up, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. And it's just a plain out cute card, and it's very helpful for getting some damage done before you have a Dark Magician out into the field. And yes, this just helps you get a Magician's Robes. It helps you get a Dark Magician up on the field, and yeah. Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 4. Basically, it helps you get a more powerful monster to the field. And yeah, not necessarily a Dark Magician though. Apprentice Illusion Magician, I play one of those. It's because it basically helps me get Dark Magician out onto the field as well. I mean, that's basically what most of these cards do. Beast King Barbaros. Let's see. Basically, it just helps me get a monster out into the field before that can deal a little bit of damage before I get my Dark Magician out. Magician's Rod. It gets, well, I play two of those. It helps me get it spells in my hand so that I can destroy other monsters or my opponent's spells on the field. Then Breaker, the Magical Warrior, and for each spell counter I have on this card, it gains 300 attack. So it can, I think the max is 1 spell counter. And yeah, but it can also, but using that spell counter, if you remove it from the monster, it can destroy 1 spell or trap, I think, on your opponent's side of the field. On the field in general, actually. And then there's Card D. It's draw support. Then Swift Scarecrow. So I don't take any damage before I get my. Yeah. And then Buster Blader. It's for I would use that as a fusion material for another monster. And then Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 6, which basically it is unaffected by spell effects. Then there and I don't have Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8 in this deck, but that's pretty much it. It helps have more damage on the side of the field. And now Magician's Robes, another one. Basically helps me get another Dark Magician to my side of the field. And then there's Mirror Force. It helps me destroy monsters so I can attack more clearly with my Dark Magicians. And then I play 2 Magic Cylinders, basically so my Dark Magicians are safe. I play 1 Tyrant Wing, and that's basically a dragon buff, so basically it's also another thing that I use for my deck. So then there's Spellbinding Circle, basically traps a monster and keeps me from taking damage. and keeps my Dark Magicians from being destroyed. And there's Crush Card Virus. Well, basically, it's another card from a fusion stuff. It's a Legendary Dragons thing right there. And, well, that's helpful because it just helps me destroy monsters. Magician Navigation. Basically, it can get me up to two Dark Magicians, up to 2 Dark Magicians onto the field, and or a Dark Magician Girl, depending on the moment. And whenever this card's in the graveyard, I can bench it from the graveyard and negate the effect of one spell or trap card that my opponent controls. Then Eternal Soul helps me get Dark Magician and onto the field. Then Dark Renewal basically helps me bring back a Dark Magician. Now the 3 Legendary Dragons. I've never actually had to use the Claw of Hermos, but I have used the Eye of Timaeus and Critias. I love this card. I just like it because of its art, really. But then I also like using this card mainly because it's basically a fusion for a spell and a trap, technically. And Claw of Hermos basically is a buff for monsters. Then Polymerization helps with fusion stuff. Then Illusion Magic. Basically, it helps me get Dark Magician up to my hand. And then Dark Magic Expanded. It's a support for Dark Magician. And it's very powerful. Dark Magic Attack. It's kind of self-explanatory, but if you don't know what this card does, it helps destroy all spells and traps on my opponent's side of the field. And, well, that keeps your Dark Magician safe. And then Ancient Rules helps. This can get my Blue Eyes or my Dark Magicians onto the field, but it's one or the other, because it allows me to special summon one level 5 or higher a normal monster from my hand. Dark Magic Inheritance. Basically, I can get a spell card to my hand that can help me destroy other monsters or bring back. This Dark Magic Curtain helps me get my Dark Magicians out onto the field. I wish it was continuous spell, kinda, but Thousand Knives basically it helps me destroy monsters. Swords of Revealing Light to keep me protected. Burden of the Mighty, it helps me keep my monsters safe and make my opponent's monsters weaker, which hopefully will make mine stronger. Pot of Duality. Oh, dang. Pot of Duality. You know, I've had some troubles with this card. This is a big staple to my deck, even though it can hurt me too. But it allows me to get more cards drawn into my hand. And then Magical Dimension. Basically, I can tribute another spellcaster type monster, the special summon, and one spellcaster type monster from my hand, then destroy a monster on the field. Basically, it's Really, really good. Helps me get a Dark Magician out into the field. Dark Magical Circle. I run one of those, and it's an infinite spell that helps you get Dark Magician stuff into your hand. Then United We Stand. It helps my Dark Magician get stronger. And then Monster Reborn. Obviously, bring my Dark Magician back. Wow. Okay, this took about a minute. And then the main deck took about almost 20,000. Now we're going to go to my extra deck, I think it's called. Okay. I run one Dark Paladin. Basically, I can negate spell cards and everything, and destroy it. And it has a similar attack thing with Buster Blader. It gains so much attack for each dragon monster on the field and in the graveyard. Okay, now going for my legendary dragon stuff. With Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, I can end up getting more basically, my spell on trap cards are safe. And then with Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, basically, once per turn, you can send one card from your hand, so basically to the graveyard, and then you can target one face-up monster on the field and destroy it. Basically, that's what I want Polymerization for. Then I want the Eye of Timaeus for this. And then Amulet Dragon. I've never actually used it before, but it's useful in certain situations. Basically, banish each spell, just spells in both graveyards, I guess, or no, just one graveyard, and you can do all the spells in there. So basically, if your opponent uses melee spells and traps, you're safe. And it can also help me bring back a Dark Magician. And while this card's on the field or in the graveyard, this card's name is Dark Magician. So I can use this card to bring back this card from the graveyard. Wait, where did my... I'm missing a card, but I don't know where it's at. So, I have Time Burst and Mirror Force dragons. Oh, here it is. And then here's Doom Virus Dragon. Well, basically, this one can help you look at the hands and then destroys monsters. This one destroys monsters in general. Time Burst. It can attack all my opponent's monsters once each, and then after that, I can target one face-up monster I control and equip this card to that target, and it gained 400 attack, and it can attack 3 times in a turn. So basically, if I have my Blue Eyes White Dragon out on the field, I could easily destroy my opponent as long as they have no spells, traps, or monsters on the field. That would keep me from doing so. And now, Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, Time Magic Hammer, Rocket Hermes Cannon, and Goddess Bow. Basically, they're buff ups for spellcasters, warriors, and dragons. And it's amazing. I've always wanted to equip this to a Red Eyes, but I don't even have a Red Eyes in my deck. I do have a Red Eyes though. I don't know why I didn't put it in the deck, but yeah. And after that, that should be almost all of them. Oh, no. My Link monsters, Proxy Dragon, Decode Talker, and Link Spider. Basically, it allows me to special summon monsters to the field that could help me get Dark Magician out onto the field. Decode Talker just is a buff up attack and everything. And then, yeah, and it needs 2 or more monsters, which makes it a really good card. Where did my extra deck go? Oh, there it is. And Link Spider helps me get monsters. Then what does Proxy Dragon do? Okay. Yeah, this can keep me from dying in tough situations. And I guess that's the end of this video. See you guys next time, and this is Jericho Renfro from Evol Cards, and yeah, bye bye.